All right, y'all. So this video right here is gonna get a little confrontational, a little edgy, and all of that good stuff. And at the end of the day, I know that everybody, will not agree with what I'm about to say. And when I say everybody, I mean everybody, as in all Black people. Let me make sure that I clarify that right here and right now, because I know that all of us, we don't look at the experience, the same as everybody else. We're not all feeling or going through the same thing. We don't, the Black experience is not the same for everybody. Growing up in the hood, you're going to feel one way about your experience as a Black person versus if you grew up in the suburbs. If you've had a lot of white people that have taken care of you, you're going to feel differently than somebody who may had been betrayed or played or dissed, what I'm saying, by a lot of white people. So I'm just putting that out there first. But the reason why I'm doing this video is because Facebook won't let me be great. Okay. And then I knew that was going to happen. I honestly did know that was going to happen, because that's just what Facebook does. They have a tendency to make sure that they they block me. So let me just give 1 second. I'm tagging somebody who I know wanted to catch me live. And so I started doing this video on Facebook. I talked about how they ain't nothing but some bold haters. And as soon as I started talking about it, they deleted me. And so what ended up happening is I had a girlfriend on Facebook. She put up a post, and she put up the post talking about Mizzou. And I need you guys to know that I'm a St. Louis native. And so, Mizzou is one of those colleges that, a lot of people are trying to get into. And so the whole little thing with them and putting up the post, I'm an African American woman, I'm a future corporate financier, it's indicative of Mizzou behavior. It's not like it's anything brand new. That's what they do. But what was really funny was the conversation that was had around this issue. And so those of you that are on AC Live, you know that the purpose behind having AC Live is so that we can have an atmosphere where we can discuss our issues. Hey, beautiful, I see you're here. So we can discuss our issues and not stay in a place of a pity party. But we sometimes don't really say what we want to say on some of these other platforms, because we know they'll kick our asses off. But on AC Live, the only way you're gonna get kicked off is if you somebody trying to bring in some white hate, because AC Live is rooted in African American culture. It's rooted in community. It's rooted in sisterhood. And it's a part of us getting to where we need to get is that we need to have some conversation sometimes about the shit that we feeling and that we going through. And so I wanna talk to you guys, because the stresses that we're experiencing as big black business owners and being as successful as we desire to be, a lot of that has to do with the fact that we are holding in frustration. And this is not just racial frustration. Trust me, this is emotional frustration. You've been betrayed by women in your life, and so it's hard for you to collaborate with other women because you think that they're gonna they're gonna use you or take advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? These types of things, they affect our psyche, so they affect the way that we show up. You know what I'm saying? If we've been abused and abandoned, we don't know our self-worth, what we could not charge enough for our products and services, and get taken advantage of. And after you push somebody in a corner for so long, it's only a matter of time before they bounce back out. And so these are the kind of things that we deal with. But one of the things that's really killing us is that thank you, beautiful, but we're not having a discussion. We're not controlling the narrative about the way that we really feel. Maybe when we with our girlfriends, but we spend so much time online. And so we need to be able to have that discussion the way that it is. And so the bottom line is my girlfriend put this post up, and I want you all to hear this dialogue. I want you to hear not the whole thing, but some key things. And so at the end of the day, this white woman came on there and said, I'm an African American woman who is a future doctor or a corporate financier. And when she put that up there, even the sister was like, they should hire you for their PR, LOL. And I was like, shit. I said, yeah, right. I'm an African American woman who is a future doctor or corporate financier. Something else that she said was that, people still have to learn how to do this. And so I said, does it say I'm a white woman who's a future corporate financier? No. I said, I love it when Caucasians make excuses for their own. People have to learn They have to learn how to not deliberately belittle, mistreat, abuse, or hate another race. They have to learn how to treat people equally and with respect. The sooner we learn to stop being a monkey in their circus and stop trying to fit in where they wanted us to fit in, where they don't want us, we will do better. I'm an STL native, and this is indicative and consistent with the racial biases of Mizzou. So mind you, this woman came back and she had to put her 2 cents in. And this is one of the reasons why we got to have these conversations. Because I'm going to tell you something. When it comes to speaking out about how we feel about the shit that white people be doing, a lot of times we just be like, fuck it. And we bite our tongue and we don't say nothing because we don't really want to deal with the backlash. We don't want to deal with the arguments, or we feel like it's not going to get anywhere and it's not going to do anything. You say they preface everything we do with color, but then turn around and then say, I see no color. Girl, hello, come in. Say that one again. Can we say church? Yeah, you preface everything with color, but then say you see no color. In other words, I don't see your ass. But anyway, so after I said that, this is what she had the gall to say back. She said, I do get the hardness of life. My family fled the Holocaust and lived out here while I was going on across the sea. We had people painting swastikas on our homes as kids. It's not the same, but similar. I certainly can't completely connect. So why the fuck are you talking? But I know what it's like to come from a culture of abuse. As a kid, I could never tell if people didn't like me because I was a Jew or because they didn't like me. As an adult in some Christian settings, yes, Christian, the same thing happened. I did have one or two tell me when I was hired to direct a huge show that they would not take orders from a woman or a Jew. The world is unfair and in some places inching towards changing this some. And so this whole thing of I identify with you, sister. I'm feeling you, sister, even though I'm sitting here and acknowledging outright that I can't connect to what you're saying. Why the fuck are you talking? You say the Holocaust Black oppression comparison is so exhausting. Well, I want you might have seen this because I know you were following the post, Camille. But I had to wait a day or two. And let me tell you what I came back and said. There's a couple of typos. So I got to say what it was supposed to say. LOL. I say, the sad thing is many white people are oblivious to their behavior when it comes to race. That was sarcasm. If I walked into my sister's house and she was on the floor and had just gotten raped, I wouldn't tell her about that one time when I was in high school and it almost happened to me, perhaps in a later conversation, but not in that moment. Miss Linda Stein, it's sad that you're so ignorant that you didn't realize that this is not about you. This is not your time. You are speaking on irrelevant, old data. Your people's past struggles has nothing to do with our current issue. Let me just say that again. Your people's past struggle has nothing to do with our current issue. Okay, so the last time I checked, the Holocaust is in no comparison to slavery, discrimination, civil rights movement, continuous murder of innocent Black men, women, and children. Need I say more? How long did that last again? See, your issue is history. Ours is current news making more history. At the end of the day, you are not removed because if you and I were in front of the police, it would play out differently merely off the color of your skin. The fact that there is a discussion at all when this is the fact is ridiculous. It is just like your kind to always shift to an Anne Frank, etc. She is dead. We are dying daily and at the hands of the same hate. Are you afraid for your life right now? For once in your life, should consider being quiet. And so Mrs. August, who does not suppress what she's feeling and or thinking, decided to go ahead, and whether she got it or not, this was one of those days where I'm like, I'm finna let her have it. He said, y'all want to compare the casualties of Black bodies since the exploitation period to today, still far outnumbers the number of Judaic murders in Germany and Poland combined. Shit, the murders and the lost lives just from slavery alone. Need I say more? If this was a race, according to that data, we've been fucking winning since day one. The death rate, the murder rate, we've been winning since the beginning. Hold up 1 second. Let me tell them. That's so anyway, listen to me. This type of shit right here is what has us in a tizzy. See, we like to say we're okay, we're not worried about it, I'm gonna still be all right, I'm still building my business. But see, but then the shit comes back up when you try to get on their stages and speak at their events, or you're at some type of program, or you hear someone talking, or you see something on the news, and the fact that the agitation rises back up is the reason why we got to deal with what we're really thinking and feeling. It's kind of it's one of those things where there's a saying that that which angers you controls you. I'm not saying that you can't be irritated, I'm not saying that you can't feel negative energy, but all of us are in different spaces when it comes to this stuff, and all of us are not willing to just say what the fuck is on our mind. And so part of your healing and part of you showing up as the badass that you are is directly connected to you getting this shit out of you. You say, right, I'm not even including the folks who chose death over oppression. Hello? Real talk. Because at the end of the day, to oppression is a living death. I mean, so why not just go ahead and outright die? I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of you all are the walking dead. I mean, really think about that. And so being over here, this is not about having a whole bunch of conversations where we talk about Whitey, because that ain't solving shit either. But I do want you all to know, if I come over here as the leader and I get this out of my system, then you know that you can come and get this out of your system. This ain't our everyday conversation. This isn't the only thing that we do. Because we also come in here and talk about excellence in business and how we can stand up and be stellar and to do all of these other things. That's the reason why this is set up. The whole thing with the authentic collective and putting on the summit and having the black speakers is because we ain't got time for the dumb shit. Tyler Perry said it best: quit waiting for a fucking seat at the table and build your own damn table. But please do acknowledge everything that you're feeling and everything that you're going through so that we can settle it once and for all. My thing is if something bothers you enough, then it's your responsibility. That's your cause. That's what you're supposed to be working towards. That's what you're supposed to be fixing. And so I just wanted to share that with you. I knew Facebook wasn't gonna let me do it. I talked about how they was hating on me and in the middle of this video, but soon as I brought up the conversation and dug into it, just like that, the app just cut off. I ain't stupid. I know what it is. You guys, listen to me. I'll say this and then I'm gonna get ready to get off of here because I got a call. I'm expecting in about 2 minutes. I'm going to come in here in more details and talk about the atrocities of Facebook. 9 times out of 10 ain't going nowhere because white people don't care. They're going to stay there. And black people that unfortunately, we so reactionary. Even after I get through telling the majority of y'all all of this shit, you all are still going to host your Facebook groups over there where there's really no real privacy. You're going to still set yourself up for fucking failure. That's why the company that I got the plugins for to be able to build this website, they market to churches and stuff like that so that they can have real websites where there is real privacy, because everything that you put on Facebook is theirs. When you're in private groups, they even control the information in private groups. Because you are not an administrator, you may not know that, or because you hurried up and cleared that screen when they put that message up there. But listen to me. Listen to me. You don't own Facebook, and you need a place where you can feel safe and you can be free. And sometimes it's hard to believe that when you are quote unquote, dealing with the stereotypes of dealing with black business and all of that. The only thing that I can tell you is that people come and you scroll and you go through and you see stuff like this. My reputation precedes me. How about we live with that until I fuck it up? Let me fuck it up. But right now it's not messed up. And what I say something is what it is. And so I thank you all greatly, for being here. But I just want to get that little stress up off of me. For those of you, like I had a video here, you can live stream a YouTube video, or you can load up a video through YouTube and post a link here. And of course, you can make it private if you don't want people to see it. And if you have a device or on something on your computer or something, or on your device where you could record an MP4, you can load up audio. You just can't load up video. That requires a bigger chunk of change. I got to get a higher level of baller stylist. Plus, I would really actually like this place to be more monetized. And then I will invest in the things to make the system more robust. This is just the beginning. We've just barely started. And I think you just put up another comment, Camille. I'm not sure. I'm double checking right now. Right. I'm not even. Okay, no, that's still the same comment. I'm just double checking. So let me get my tail off of here. Thank you for the love, beautiful. And hey, onward and upward. Black brilliance all day long, y'all. Okay. Bye.